Good morning, gentlemen. It is Japan Turn 2, and it's 5:58, and the code word is Honda. I just sent you guys in the group text a picture of this pile of mess so that you can see it's all in the exact configuration that it was, and now it is gone. Anyway, just finished my first cup of coffee, and I have to say it was a pleasure. I think I lost a German sub under there somewhere. Anyway, Japan Turn 2. We have enjoyed a lovely romantic weekend in Midway, despite the lack of hospitality from the locals, and we are moving the entirety of the naval force there back. We're moving the transport that was in 20 back as well. Japan is purchasing 3 transports, 2 tanks, 1 artillery, and 1 infantry for their turn. We only have some small and inconsequential battles here. We're attacking Shayun with 2 infantry and 2 fighters from Chahar. We're coming into Hopei with a artillery piece from Chahar, 1 infantry from Anhui, and that battle is being joined by 1 fighter from Kangxi and 1 tactical bomber from Kwangxi. Anyway, moving south, Qichao. We're coming in there with the forces remaining in Anhui, which are 5 infantry, 2 artillery, and they're being supported by a tactical bomber and a fighter from Kwangxi. The remainder of the air forces in Kwangxi are going to Yunnan, which is being moved into by 3 infantry from Hunan, as well as 1 artillery and 1 tank from Kangxi. Oh, I also forgot to mention there was a mechanized in Chahar that's coming down into Anhui and going into Qichao as well. So it's basically just 4 battles, nothing too important, but let's go ahead and get at it. I'm going to take this and put it here. We're at 2:17 in the video, and I think that position, yeah, that ought to work. That'll do the job. Alright, so the very first thing we're going to do is, we'll start from north to south, I guess. Seiyun. Yeah, you can see me. Okay, 2 men and 2 fighters against 1 man. So, 2 infantry. No luck. 2 fighters at 3 or less. No luck. You're going to go ahead and defend it at 2 or less. Nothing. These dice are a little cold. 2 men. 1 hit. There we go. That's what we needed. You're going to defend it at 2 or less, and you did not. So you're gone. We're now in Shayun with 2 men, and there are 2 fighters which, according to my written instructions, and the limitations of their gas tank, have to land in Chahar. So they'll be doing that. And the next battle is going to be in Hopei. We're coming in with 1 man, 1 artillery, so those are combined arms rules, and a fighter and a tactical bomber, also combined arms rules. So 2 at 2, and you're gone. And we'll go ahead and take that hot guy. No, nothing for you, still. Sorry, gentlemen. Anyway, he's gone. We are now in Hopei with 1 infantry and 1 artillery. The planes that came from Kwangxi, I believe they have the same limitation. They have to land, wow, 1 came from Kwangxi. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's actually going to land in Hunan. I believe that was my instruction. And the tactical bomber that came from Kwangxi went 1, 2, 3. It's going to land in Anhui. Actually, that was my instructions. They'll both land in Anhui. So we'll go ahead and do that. The next battle is Qichao. We're coming in with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men, 2 artillery, 1 mechanized, 1 fighter, and 1 tactical bomber. Let's see. Might as well start with the. Let's start. It's just 1 man. So 1 fighter at 3 or less, 1 tactical bomber at 4 or less. Nothing. 1 mechanized at 1. All right, we got you. You're going to go ahead and defend, and you roll a 5. Is that on there? Yeah, you can see it. Okay, so the man in Qichao is gone. The 2 planes that took off from Guangxi, only moved 2 spaces, and they therefore can make it right back to Guangxi, which is exactly what they're going to do. The next battle, let's see, Quichao is gone. We're now in Quichao with a total of 5 men, 2 artillery pieces from Anhui, 1 mechanized unit from Chahar, and the next battle is Hunan. This is the last battle. Hunan is 3 men, 1 artillery, 2 strats, 1 tactical, 2 fighters, 1 tank against your 3 men. So let's get started. We're going to have 2-minute ones, 1 hit. We're going to have 1 man and 1 artillery at 2s. There's 2 hits. That's a 6 and a 1. Let's mark that now. So we have 2 hits so far. We have a tank, and that's 3 hits. That cleans you up. So you're going to defend for 3. You got 2 6s and a 1. So in this battle, you did retaliate to some degree. Anyway, you got 1 hit on me. The 3 units in Yunnan are now gone. And we're in Yunnan with 2 men, 1 artillery piece, 1 tank. The non-combat move it from Kangxi with the 1 infantry that I had there, again per my instructions, is moving into Hunan. The entirety of the forces that just took place in that very last battle, again per my instructions, are landing right back from where they came, which is Guangxi. I'll clean that up in a minute, but we can zoom in here now and we can roll this on out of the way. Just bear with me for a second. Alright, let's go ahead and move that. Okay, so for non-combat, we're going to be moving the 3, 4, 5, 6 men and 1 artillery from Jahal into Chahar, along with the 2 fighters that are in Chahar. We are moving that whole navy down that was in 6, and there are 4 transports there. They picked up 2 men and 2 artillery from Korea, 2 men and 2 tanks from Japan proper, and they're dropping them off in Guangxi. So we are going to have 4 men in Guangxi, 2 tanks in Guangxi. We're going to move your British guys just for a second so we can slide these 2 artillery into Guangxi as well. And then we'll put them back. We landed 1 plane, 1 tactical bomber, and then 2 more planes, 1 more tac, and 2 strats back in Guangxi. I'll remove this red piece of paper to make it easier. The entire Navy from 25, like I say, came back. And as far as placements are concerned, we're going to be putting everything in C-Zone 6 or in Japan proper, which is 1 man, 2 tanks, 1 artillery piece, and then 3 transports to join the 4th that is already there. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'll do a quick rundown of where everything is. Starting from Japan, I guess, in C-Zone 6, there's 3 carriers, each with a fighter and a tactical bomber. There is 1 cruiser, 1 battleship, 3 destroyers, 1 sub, 4 transports. On Japan proper, there are 2 fighters, 2 tactical bombers, and that seems needless to me. I'm gonna consider moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move 1 tactical bomber and 1 fighter down to Guangxi as well. Okay, that's not in my written instructions. Just a little bit of an impromptu thing. Anyway, back to the grand totals. So we are moving 1 out. So I'll have 1 fighter, 1 tactical bomber left in Japan, 3 AA pieces, 3 men, 2 tanks, 1 artillery, and let's see. Down in 36, there's a battleship, a cruiser, a destroyer, a sub, 4 transports. Guangxi will now have 4 men, 2 artillery, 2 tanks, 1, 2, 3, plus the 1 from Japan is 4 fighters. 1, 2, plus the 1 from Japan is 3 tactical bombers and 2 strategic bombers. Yunnan will have 2 men, 1 tank, 1 artillery. Qichao will have 5 men, 2 artillery, 1 mechanized. Hunan will have 1 infantry. Anhui will have a tactical bomber and a fighter. Hopei will have 1 man, 1 artillery. Jahar will have 3, 4, 5, 6 men, 2 fighters, an artillery piece. Seoul will have 2 infantry. And then up in Manchuria, we have 4 men and an AA piece. That's it for Japan. The film is 10 minutes, 32 seconds long. The code word was Honda. Anyway, good morning, gentlemen.